Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Star Fox Adventures. Last time we explored Cape Claw and we met not only one of the members of the CloudRunners but also its gatekeeper. So now with the way open to our second major area in the game, CloudRunner Fortress, we're ready to take off once more. Now in order to reach the CloudRunner Fortress we need to have at least 10 fuel cells. But luckily we have more than enough fuel cells to make this trip, so we don't have to worry about it. Now pay attention to the bottom of the R-Wing. Pay close attention and you can see Tricky getting into it. At the end of the last episode, we saw that Tricky doesn't want to go to the CloudRunner Fortress, and Fox tells him he can stay behind in Thorntail Hollow. But he still gets into the R-Wing anyways. That doesn't really make too much sense when you think about it in a story perspective. I can understand why the game would want him to do that, but for story-wise, it doesn't make any sense at all. It really doesn't. But with that said, let's go ahead and get our mission briefing.
CloudRunner Fortress has been attacked by General Scales and his shop Chloron. It would make an ideal base from which he could rule over the planet. Fortress stands on ground that is rich in gold and diamonds. With this wealth, Scales would become unstoppable. Find the Spellstone and save the CloudRunners! Let me out!
5 rules, 5 gold rings to open the Gatekeeper's force field!
Now this is probably the point in the game for your first time playing that you might actually fail one of these sections getting to the planet, because you're required to get at least half the rings now. I do believe my first time playing the game, I did fail this section right here, but that's because, like I said, now this is the point where you need to collect at least half the rings, so you really need to pay attention to where the rings are, you really do. Like for example, this ring right here is really easy to miss for your first time, because if you don't really pay attention, you won't see the ring appear. You'll just fly right past it, and then Slippy will say, "You missed a gold ring." It's that strict. And I'm really taking a beating. Wow. Luckily though, health is really not an issue in these R-Wing sections, because not only will all these rings restore your health, but also you don't take too much damage in these sections. You really don't. So I don't really have to worry about dying in these things. But there you go. Got all the rings, I believe, and that probably should be a new high score. Yeah, there you go, new high score, sweet. And this is the first high score where I got all the rings on here too. That's even better. I feel like I've accomplished something now in this game. I really do.
This is CloudRunner Fortress. I'll fly ahead and check if it's safe. Meet me inside.
I love how she says, "I'll fly ahead to check if it's safe." Not only flying past all these shark claws that are right in front of our face, but flying right in front of their faces. She really doesn't care about safety now, does she? But as you can obviously tell just by the outside gate alone, yes, this place is not safe. In fact, General Scales' army have already infiltrated the place and taken over. You can clearly tell. So something tells me that our CloudRunner friend isn't going to get a warm welcome when she arrives. Just call it a hunch. But you want to come down here into the water and step on this switch, because you need to complete this section of the level in order to get into the main gate. And doing this challenge, you do not want to stop. You just want to hightail it all the way over to the end of this. Get all these silver rings, because the time limit is very strict. If you screw up once, don't bother trying to finish the rest of this and just make your way back to the beginning. As you can see, I did not stop for anything. I didn't really make any screw-ups at all. And I still had only 3 seconds to spare at the end. That's really showing how strict the time limit is in that section. You really can't make any kind of mistakes, and if you do, you really pay for it. But doing so, this switch will appear in front of the gate, So with our Fire Blaster, we just shoot that, and warm welcome by the Sharp Claw. Just go ahead and whack you in the face with the staff, and Sweep Kick just to finish you off. And I don't really feel like fighting you, so let's just blast you in the face. And this little spiral section here, you can avoid these little drones. You can just stay out of line of sight. But I don't really care to do that. It's actually, in my opinion, a little faster just to take the damage. Simply because, well, for one, you barely take any damage. And two, there's so much health around these places that it won't matter. So you'll be fine. Take the damage and you'll be good to go. Now with that switch activated, we opened up another part of the CloudRunner Fortress. And we already got a pretty good welcome coming into this place, but it just keeps on getting better and better. Just watch to see what I mean.
I know it was the fox that set you free. Now where is he?
I do not know what you're talking about.
You will tell me! Where can I find the fox?
He will find you, and he will destroy you.
Stop! It's over, Scales. Leave the queen alone.
Enough! Take her away! The famous Fox McCloud! How nice of you to pay us a visit. Why don't I show you some of our hospitality?
My staff!
Yeah, Fox can't really catch a break now, can he? He's going through all this hardship here. And now he is thrown into a jail cell. And his staff is gone, it's been taken. In fact, if we look at the hint that Slippy is giving us, he is sending us to the skies so we can get out of here. So now we can't use our combat to get through here safely. We need to get the skies to get our staff back first. Yeah, really rough for Fox right now. So let's just go ahead and see what we can do to get this distraction. Because as Slippy was saying in that message, he can't really send us the disguise that he has ready yet. Because there's stuff here, it's just, we're too deep underground this area. So because of that, well, he can't really send us the transmission if it won't go through. It's kind of like a bad cell phone signal. But we can't really do anything in this room here just yet, because as you see, there's a box there, and we don't have our staff to break it. So let's just go over here real quick. And you want to be really careful here, because there's all these puddles of water. And if you step in one puddle of water, this will happen.
What? Who's that? Gods!
Yeah, just like I said, Fox doesn't really have it easy now, does he? The second he steps into a puddle, he'll alert the Sharp Claw, and then he just gets a beating and thrown right back into jail. And then the same exact hint will pop up saying, hey, we can't really send you to the disguise that we have ready, so do something about it. So yeah, don't step in any of these puddles, just walk around them. You'll really thank yourself later for your first time playing. And admittedly, right here in the game when I first played, I actually got stuck. Because what you need to do is you need to grab this fuel barrel keg, step on this switch, and it'll blow up the wall above you. I didn't think to do this when I first played. I don't know why.
Hi, Fox. I've been studying the mission, and I think this will help you.
But now with that, we have another new ability, the Sharp Claw Disguise. This is the only power that we'll have here in our inventory for the staff, that for one is not part of the staff, and two, we get from someone other than a hole, so to say. This is what the disguise looks like. Turns you into a shark claw. So that's pretty nifty. But let's go ahead and get our staff back now with this.
You take over. Keep eye on prisoner. Me go for break.
Don't even ask me for an ID or anything, buddy. Yeah, you're really doing your job right. But now we got our staff back. I love how the game says, don't lose it again like that. Really rubbing it into your face saying, this is your fault, even though we couldn't help it at all. I just want to come back into this room really quick. You don't need to do this, I'm just showing that this is here because with the staff, we can go ahead and break this box that's in this other jail cell, and it's nothing really that special, just a bathroom dad. So if you want another bathroom dad, here you go. Problem is, as you can see, I can't pick them up. When you walk right through a bathroom dad, that means that you cannot collect any more. You already have enough bathroom dads that you can hold. So we already have 10. Which means that one right in there is useless to us. Alright, here we have all these different things that we need to open up. All these different cages that we just have to unlock here with our staff. So we do this. We get ourselves some scarabs. We get ourselves some health. But we also have ourselves someone here trapped that we need to help. Let's go ahead and talk to him real quick.
Get me out of this infernal cage.
So let's go ahead and do what he says and get him out of the cage.
To find the spellstone, you must first activate the wind lifts. This is the key to the power chamber. The power supply to the whole city is down. These wind lifts will only work if you restart the generator.
How did he know we were looking for the spellstone? Nothing at all inferred that we were looking for the spellstone. We didn't tell him, he didn't ask, nothing. He just assumed right away that we had the spellstone in our minds or something, because that's really weird. How did he know? But with the staff back, we can go ahead and shoot this switch here with a fire blaster and open up this door. But before leaving, I want to go ahead and turn back into the shark claw because I just want to show real quick that with the shark claw disguise, we can lift heavier objects like that crate right there. So that's one use of it. But the best usage of this disguise now is not only will a shark claw not recognize us, but also these things won't recognize us too, if I do believe. So anytime you run into a shark claw, you want to go ahead and activate this thing because it's really useful. Like right there, for example, that device swept straight past me of its line of sight, and it didn't attack me at all. So that shows how useful this disguise really is. And it's something I'm going to be using a lot because of that. It just makes things so much easier. It really does. I don't have to worry about taking any damage. The one thing I like to do in this area, whenever I see one of these blue crystals, I'll whack it, turn on my shark claw disguise, and then move on because, well, it helps to have a full thing of energy. But now that we have ourselves the shark claw disguise, and we broke free of our jail cell, I think this is a good place to stop. So, next time on Let's Play Star Fox Adventures, we'll continue exploring the CloudRunner Fortress. I'll see you guys next time.